Guys, this is going to be slightly longer than the normal video, but I need you to stick with it. I'm going to show you a video from a candidate for Congress in next year's election from the state of Georgia. His name is Matt Day. This is from his official TikTok account, Matt Day for Congress. He's a Republican. He's a Trump supporter. He's a huge Marjorie Taylor Greene fan. And he has some problems with some things Trump has said or done here recently. And this is his video addressing those things. We're gonna talk about it on the back end. It's about a 4.5-minute video. We're gonna talk about some of these things on the back end. But before we even show you the video, I want to say going into it, this big glaring issue I have with the video. In this video, he professes his loyalty to Trump and how much he loves Trump. But he also says that he fears that speaking out against Trump could cost him his business and that his employees could be out of a job. And he knows for a fact, his words, we know for a fact that if we say anything that's, essentially he's saying, if we say anything against you, in other words, we have a thought process that differs from yours in any way, shape, or form, we're done. And I guess my first question would be, then how could you possibly profess to love that president? How could you possibly profess to be loyal to a president who you are admitting doesn't allow you to have your own thoughts? That if you spoke out against that president, they might be vindictive enough to cost you your business. That's who you're going to be loyal to if you get elected? Watch this video. We'll be back to talk about it.
How you doing, Mr. President? My name's Matt Day. You're not going to like the words out of my mouth, but somebody's got to tell you. And I'm going to tell you something. I do fear a lot of things that can happen to me for saying what's the right thing to say. I fear it. I fear what can happen to all my employees, all my businesses, all my workers, my reputation. Because one thing we know is for sure, don't matter how much loyalty we give you, the second we say something that's our own opinion, we're done. We're absolutely done. But I'll tell you something. I'm loyal. And I'll be loyal to you. And I'll be a good man for you, Mr. President. Whether you back Jim Kingston or any of the rest of them, I'll be a good man for you. But I just watched Marjorie Taylor Greene work her butt off for the last 5 years for you. Really, 6 years. Never seen somebody in politics honor a leader so much with their life and their patience and their persistence and their belief in that man. Which she got showed something to the point that she become a quitter. And I don't respect you for that, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You was definitely one of my favorite. I don't respect you for quitting on the people. Come on, son, aim it up. Aim it up. But Mr. President, I don't respect you calling ladies pigs neither. I can't deal with that. If that'd been my wife, man, I tell you, I'd be in prison. You don't need to do that. Ronald Reagan was not like this. Man, I'm not trying to come out against you. I'm only telling you because I love you, man. I love you, but somebody's got to tell you, bro. Our farmers is hurting out there. Our timber industry, we give them money to Argentina, and yet we don't get nothing here. Nothing. We got people mulching down their trees. Mulching them down. When we going to get some help? Man, look, Southeast farmers and beef's been getting 10 to 15% under Chicago's prices forever. The boys in the Midwest has always had it. But now we got to compete against Argentina. Man, I'm just saying stuff that's real. I'm a businessman just like you. And I ain't asked nobody for no money. Nobody. And they say, well, you don't need him to endorse Kingston. You don't need to do that. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to cost me everything with my businesses and all that. But I only fear God, the same God that saved your life, sir. The same God that saved your life. That's the only one I fear. You can take it or leave it. I don't like what you and Marjorie Taylor Greene just done to each other. I don't like that when I signed up for Make America Great Again, it was not Make Argentina Great Again. Now, I'm willing to go with you on Argentina. Son, if you'll hold this right here, I'm willing to go with you on that. But we, the people, want some explanation. I just can't take it. I promised to fight corruption for you, sir. I did. I promised to come in and help you drain the swamp. But I'm here to hold everybody accountable. I can't stand it. You got people starving. Literally, like, they ain't got no money. And we're just bragging about how good we're doing, how good we're doing. Well, come to the trenches with me, Mr. President, and we will see. We'll see. When I have a problem with my people, sometimes I go get in their shoes. I'll go sit on a job with a week for them to see what it is they're going through. Come with me. Let's only give you a couple $1,000, and let's let you buy groceries and rent and everything else. And then you'll know. I love you, Mr. President. I'm MAGA. And I love you so much that I got the balls to tell you, if we're going to talk this way, I'm going to talk this way. If we're going to be diplomatic like Reagan, I'll be diplomatic like Reagan. For all the folks that tells me you can't say nothing to nobody, you don't understand what my job is in Congress. My job in Congress is to hold the executive branch together, to hold a budget together, and to sit here and fight for the constitutional rights of human beings. That's my job. We just built different. Turn that off, I love.
Okay, so a lot to cover. Like I said originally, how could you profess your love and loyalty to a man who you say yourself will go after your business and outcast you for having an opinion different than his? That is the epitome of cult-like behavior. I don't give a shit how many times you turn back to the camera and give it the tough guy point and the tough guy hand wave. It doesn't fucking matter. Because at the end of the day, you are still willing to pledge your loyalty to a man that will destroy you if you differ in opinion from him. You said the farmers are hurting. No shit. They hurt the first time he was in office, so why the fuck would you guys vote for him a second time? Or a third time? Or want to vote for him a fourth time? Why in the world would you do it? He fucked the farmers in his first administration, and he's fucked the farmers in his second administration. When are we getting help? So now you want some money so people can get some money from the government? Now you're okay with socialism? Yeah, when the money's coming to you, you're okay with it, aren't you? Now you got a problem with him calling women pigs? The man's been doing that for fucking 60 years. Now you got a problem with it. This sounds to me like you trying to maybe distance yourself from Trumpism in the future, so you don't have to say that you were associated with that. He called women all kinds of shit in the first term, in the interim Biden term, and since he's been elected, and that goes all the way back. He's been beefing with Rosie O'Donnell for 20 fucking years. Now you're noticing him calling women pigs? You fear for your businesses? Oh well. I'll be a loyal, good man. Why? Well, if you're going to be elected to Congress, isn't your loyalty supposed to be to the Constitution, the rule of law, and the people in your district first and foremost, rather than to Donald Trump? You're pledging your loyalty to a man, not your country. You're pledging your loyalty to a man, not the Constitution. Which is exactly why you have no business being in Congress. And then you tell him, come to the trenches with me. We'll give you a couple of $1,000s to buy groceries and rent and shit like that. Newsflash, champ, he doesn't fucking care if you can afford rent. He's never going to come to the trenches. He's never going to work a day in the field. Well, he did at McDonald's. No, he didn't. He couldn't even put fucking fries in the bag in a staged photo op. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you as a farmer are hurting. He doesn't care if you don't get assistance and Argentina does. He doesn't care if you can afford healthcare. He doesn't care if you can afford groceries. He doesn't fucking care. And hopefully the people of your district care enough not to elect you.